we are going to look at a wrap of what number is going to land us at a certain coordinate. In this video, we're just going to use the coordinates 1, 3. So what we're looking at is 1 on the x value and 3 on the y value. We're looking at being right here on the figure. So another way to think about this is a wrap of n brings me to the point 1, 3. What values of n am I allowed to use? Well, if you think about this, this was a wrap of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 brought me to the point 1, 3. But there's other ways to get to that point. So the first thing we need to think about is what is the period of this function. In this case, the period is 24 because the perimeter of the square is 24. Meaning that if I'm at this point 1, 3, if I move another 24 units forward, I'll be right back to the point 1, 3. So a wrap of 5 will bring me to that point 1, 3, but so will a wrap of 5 plus 24, which is 29, and then 29 plus 24, which would be a wrap of 53, would also work. And then 24 more than that would be 77. So all those wraps would actually just simply bring you back to the same point. But we could also go in the negative direction. So if you think about starting with the number 5, you could subtract 1 full period instead of add a full period, and now you're at negative 19. Subtract 24 from that, and you're at negative 43, etc. So you see, there's really an infinite number of ways that you could get to the point 1, 3. But we can write that very neatly by starting with n can equal 5, or n can equal 5 plus 24 times any integer, because 24 times an integer is adding 1 or more periods, or in the case of negative integers would be subtracting periods. So a nice tidy way to write the answer for a wrap of what number makes 1, 3 would be 5 plus 24k, where k is an element of the integers. Now later on, what we're going to get into is restricting where the answers may lie. So in other words, restricting the domain for the values of n here. So a wrap of n brings me to the point 1, 3, but I'm only allowed to use the n values between 0 and 24. Well, you can clearly see from the list above that only the number 5 was within that range from 0 to 24, so that would be our answer in that particular case. Or maybe there would be another example where the restriction was given as negative 24 to 0. Well, in that case, the answer would have to be negative 19. So these are some important ideas to keep in mind, that if you're just trying to find a wrap that brings me to the point, you can really use any wrap that satisfies it, and there's infinite number of answers. But when there is a restricted range of answers, then you have to find the values within that time, within that frame, that work. Thank you very much.